Hello, I'm Dan Atkinson.
And I'm Margaret Sheely, and we welcome you to another edition of Inside America.
Inside America is brought to you in part by GTE, Customer Networks.
The advances in technology during the past decade have been unequaled throughout history. In our technology profile, we'll see how one firm's commitment to new technology has positioned them as someone to watch well into the next century. Join us as we learn more about this unique firm.
Superior technology is vital to a company's competitive position within any industry. Our story today on BPM Technology takes us inside a business that is developing a unique system which prints three-dimensional concept models. BPM's commitment to innovation has positioned them as America's leading developer of this ballistic particle jet technology for the design world. The science of the BPM system has been developed to streamline efficiency and productivity. With the Personal Modeler, BPM Technology's three-dimensional printing system actually creates a particle-by-particle model by transforming CAD designs into 3D objects you can actually hold in your hand. To learn how they have come so far with their technology, we recently met with a few of the people responsible for managing the corporation on a day-to-day basis at their state-of-the-art facility located in Greenville, South Carolina.
Dexter, we appreciate the opportunity to visit with you today and learn a little bit more about the business here. If you will, share with me exactly what you feel the market potential is for this product.
Well, Norm, I think the market potential for this product is pretty significant in size. If you think about it, just about anybody who wants to communicate a three-dimensional concept or idea has the opportunity to improve their communication of that through the use of this product. I think in general it's likely to begin in the engineering field. That's our immediate target field. And it'll go with design engineers who design parts. So now what can happen with our three-dimensional printer is this design engineer can take an actual part in with him. And he can show everybody that part, and there's no misinterpreting a multi-layered drawing or blueprint.
With rapid advances in the design world, there is a greater demand on the printing industry to express these changes. BPM is filling this niche with their three-dimensional modeler.
Patrick, exactly what distinguishes the BPM system from others within the industry?
That's a real good question. The unique thing that BPM has done is we've actually created an offshoot of an industry, the printer industry. So as far as differentiators, there's really not anybody that does what BPM does. We actually take and have a 5-axis motion using printer technology and create three-dimensional objects. So there's really nobody that competes in that marketplace. This natural evolution of a printer becomes now a definitive part or object in your hand that you communicate with it rather than a two-dimensional flat piece of paper. So that's how it differentiates.
And exactly how does the printer function?
Well, the printer works on a 5-axis motion, as I talked about, but let's talk to Tom Fletcher, who's the product development manager. He can explain it in detail.
In terms of its functionality, the printer itself is fairly simple. It really capitalizes on inkjet-like technology to position a jet head in different directions, in different areas in the print space, if you will, to shoot microscopic particles of plastic in such a way to just give you a three-dimensional object. The plastic is real important in terms of our ability to control the process and build the object. It's a proprietary thermoplastic that we've created here at BPM. So not only do we have the three-dimensional printer, we have the three-dimensional printer paper.
Patrick, how do you go to market with your unique line of equipment?
It's real simple. What we do is we go to the market through the VAR channel, through the distributors that are currently out there selling products to companies with CAD, Unix workstations, PCs, manufacturing tools. And what we do is we go to market using those people as our distributor. What they have the ability to do is they're already selling peripheral equipment into these companies, printers, plotters. They have now an enhanced printer to sell these people that will enhance the development cycle. These people want low-cost peripherals that they can distribute in mass. Our product is a low-cost peripheral that'll be distributed in mass, so it matches up really well.
Our research indicates that the printer actually enhances productivity. Would you share more with me about this?
Yes, where they enhance the productivity the most is in the early concept phases of design. So what we have a benefit of enabling is the designer in the early cycle, when he's first getting those concepts out and he's putting them down on drawings, he can actually iterate in his own mind and then create an object of what he's designing. He then verifies it to himself. If it's worthwhile and he likes it, he verifies it to the team. So all of a sudden, with this type of a tool, you start shortening that design cycle. You get more knowledge on the front end, so you lower your risk, and overall get a product to market that the customer actually wants in a sooner time frame.
The printer is extremely cost efficient. How are you able to offer the printer at such an attractive price?
The biggest reason that is because of the core technology, how we develop the product. This is going to be a smaller package, less materials into it, so the cost is low. The other areas are going to be manufacturing, and what we'll do is we'll have a talk with Pete Bernstein. He'll go through those cost enhancements as we build volume and reduce the price of the printer even more.
Well, there are really three reasons that we're able to hit that price point. First is that the printer consists of basically standard components. There are no proprietary or custom components in the whole design. Second is the high level of computer intelligence inside the device allows us to use lower cost mechanical devices and compensate through the computer software. And the third is really the manufacturing process. It's very simple. So rather straightforward final assembly and test operation requiring very little time.
BPM Technology, a name in business that is quickly being recognized around the world as a leading innovator. With this attribute, it's easy to see how their future will continue to be a bright one.
Dexter, the technology in its current state is exciting enough. As we move into the next century, how do you see the business developing?
We expect to develop our business in two major ways. The first way is through expanding the use of our technology in the workplace. And we'd like to expand that to include everyone who needs to communicate three-dimensional ideas to others. First thing we will do is roll out our desk side unit, which you've seen. The second product scheduled is an actual desktop model, which will sit actually on the desk beside an engineer or in an engineering work group and be available for that whole group to use at will. The third set of products would be a little different and would be the next stage of communication, which would include things like 3D faxes that could be located at remote sites where an engineer could have a design in his machine and just fax it over to a different building or to a different country. So things along that line that make it easier, simpler, and more cost-effective to communicate three-dimensional ideas.
Well, that does it for another edition of Inside America.
Join us again next time as we profile excellence and innovation around the globe.